Hi folks, welcome back to second day of our custom DJ rack case. And this is what we did at the last video. We did the outer casing, we put up the racks here, and we tested and make sure it fit properly, and it sure did. It's exactly 19 inch, so it'll fit any 19-inch rack in there, so that's perfect. And just now, probably about 20 minutes ago, Amazon did the delivery, and these are the toggle latches that I've been waiting for. This is gonna go on the doors themselves, or the covering for the front and the covering for the back. So these are toggle latches. You'll see how those goes on. Hopefully we can get those on today. Another thing that came in from Amazon, these are our PowerCon connectors for our power supply that's going to go in here. So I did a lot of research on these PowerCons. They're called PowerCon, Nutrig PowerCon connector, and I'll show you how those are connected at some point later on, but that's for when we start doing the equipment. And also what came in today, these are our hinges that we're going to be using. They're pretty small, but enough of those on there, you should be fine. The door shouldn't be heavy. I'm still not sure if I'm going to use the hinge on there. If it works fine, then I'll do the hinges, but if not, we'll just leave it and use just the latches alone. But we'll see how that works out as we go along. And what we're probably going to start off are these are our casters. Beautiful casters. These things, if I'm not mistaken, they say they hold I think couple thousand pounds of weight on there they can handle. So I gotta check those out and make sure I'm giving you the right information. But these are bad boys. Are we gonna start with these today and get these on or fancy looking DJ rack so we can move it around pretty easy. All right, stick around. Alright, so here we have the bottom, and this is where, like I said, we're putting the wheels on. So let's see what we got here, see if we can mark these out and hopefully get a good understanding of where they're going. Some heavy duty wheels, and we got the screws to go with it. So these are all locking wheels. So all four are locking. Step on this and it's a good lock. Unlock it. So it doesn't matter which one goes in front or back, but because they're all locking. Oh, it's just to make sure now we put them in a good spot, drill them out, and we'll be good to go. Now I don't have any specifications. I don't know. I didn't look it up, so I'm not sure of how far out these should be from the center where the mark them out. So I'm pretty much just gonna go with what seems makes sense to me and go with that. And I'm gonna say probably about 2 inches from the sides and 2 inches from the top, and just go with that. That makes sense to me. That's not a bad. 2 inches seems like it'll work out. And I'm going to do that for all 4 of them. Then I'm going to drill out the holes and use these screws that came with it. Now the great thing about those screws is that they're not too long. They're just about the right where you could put it and catch it with the nut. So it won't stick out too much and it won't get in the way of the equipment on the rack down there. Okay, that's all cleaned up and nice and low. Now, I just remembered that I had bought these countersink screws from Home Depot, and they're not as big, but I'm gonna try to use it, see if I can sink it a little bit, so it won't stick out as much. See how that works. Ooh, that's gonna be tight. Oh no. It's not a lot of room to play with right there. But I guess it's enough. So by the time I tighten this up, it will be just perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on all 4 of these wheels, and we're one step closer to finishing up. Okay, all 4 wheels attached, nice and secured. I don't think they're going anywhere. So now we just gotta turn this bad boy over and see how it rolls. That's it. This is how it looked on the screws looked on the inside. It's not protruding out too much, so it's pretty cool. And on an even surface, looks like it rolls pretty good. Test the locking system here. Lock it. It's firm. As long as the wheels are touching the ground, they're locking firm. It's good to go. Release. Release. Good. Alright. I'm good with it. So far, so good. Okay, so what I want to work on now is the front panel and the back panel for this rack that we've built here. So the front panel is the covering for that front, and then the back piece is also going to have a panel. So I had picked up these. That's what I bought these for, these guys. So I'm going to have to cut those to size, and I'm going to start working on that now. I went ahead and did the measurements for this front panel here, and what I got for the measurements, luckily it's pretty squared, you know. The sides right here are 38 3/4, and the top and bottom is 20 3/4. So all 4 sides are, you know, it's good. It's a good little square, so that should be easy enough to cut out. So I'm going to measure it on this piece and cut it out for the front panel and go from there. Like they say, measure twice and cut once, right? 20 3/4, 20 3/4, 38 3/4, 38 3/4. So I think last video I was telling you guys an idea of what I wanted to do with the front panel and the back panel. And the idea was this. I wanted to put a piece of wood on the inside of the panel, the doors, or the enclosure. And I want this edge to literally sit on the inside. So out here would be pretty much the sides that we're looking at. So you're just going to be sit just on the inside of it. And then I'll do that all the way around. This will be the bottom piece here. And I'll do that all the way around. So since the panel all the way around on the rack itself is 3/4 of an inch, I'm going to make this about an inch in all the way around. And that should be able to sit right on the inside. And that's the plan for now. So that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to measure these and cut these. And then we'll get started on stapling them in. Alright, so I've gone ahead and done my measurements. Again, this is the panel that's going to go on the front and the back. This is the back. It's going to go on the back over here. Alright, so the point is, what I wanted to show you earlier was I wanted that piece of wood that's going to be sitting just an inch in to be sitting on the inside of here. So when it closes, it just sits on the inside there. I've gone ahead and done some markings, and I've measured an inch in on the corners, and I've measured from here all the way down to here, and I've gotten about 36 and a half. And I've done the same over on this side here, corner from corner to corner on the inside 1 inch, and I've gotten 18 3/4. So again, I'm going to be doing that all the way around the perimeter of that, and it's going to sit in. And then I'm going to use pretty much this thickness all the way around. Alright, so stay tuned. As I go along, that's not a gray hair, folks, that's just wood shavings. The gray hairs are over here. That's alright. But you know, this is the beauty of doing something for the first time. I'm not a professional at this thing that I'm doing. Again, this is the first time I'm ever gonna build something like this. I have basic knowledge of woodworking, but as you go along, you see certain things and you realize that this it's not gonna make sense, and you're gonna make errors and mistakes. But the good thing is that you can see those errors and correct them before it gets too bad. So one of the things that I just found out earlier, I just said that it was going to be 18 3/4, but again I didn't keep in mind that I had to compensate for these two pieces. What it turns out after I measured it, turns out to be 16 inches for the top and the bottom instead of 18 3/4. So I caught myself with that one. It's pretty cool. So I already cut them. All 4 pieces are now all cut. And now it's the only thing to do is to staple those in. And hopefully it fits inside there. Stay tuned. Alright, I'm going to use my professional strength glue all the way down this little piece. Oh, that looks like a lot. Ooh, oh no, I have to take some off of this. All right, that might work. So I'm gonna line it up with my markings that I had over here, sitting it right on the marking, right in the corner. And I'm gonna do that on both sides. Alright, that's good. Now I have some 1.5 inch staples that I'm gonna use. The only thing is, 3/4 and 3/4, 1.5. And I don't want the tip of it to be sticking out because this is gonna go in there. So as I shoot it, I'm gonna shoot it at an angle. All right, I'm gonna shoot it at an angle, and that should give me enough so it wouldn't go all the way through. But I'll shoot a couple and then I'll double check to make sure. Anytime you're working with power tools and equipment, make sure you have good eye protection. I wear glasses, so that should be, you know, fairly good protection. So always be careful when you're working with these things. Very dangerous. Wear good protection. Always think safety first. Alright, I think we did good. It didn't go all the way through. That's a good thing. We had a jam. One of the staples got jammed in there. So I have to disconnect it first. Then you remove the staple. All right. Okay, so we finished with the panel, and this is what it looks like all the way around, nice and tight and sturdy. So again, the whole idea is that this is going to be sitting on the inside here, and boom, fits perfectly. So once I put the hinges on here now, that should be able to swing out and close, no problem. So success. Now I gotta work on the front piece. Okay, so I went ahead and got both of my doors, all the inside border here in on both of the doors. Now it's time to deal with the hinges. And I got me some small hinges from Amazon again. Amazon, my favorite store. Can I say? I like when things comes to my door instead of me having to go out to shop, especially during times like these with the virus. So anyway, I got a couple of these small hinges. They're very small, but with 6 of them on each door, it's fine. It should be. I think it should be fine. And if something happens to them, then you know what? I'll upgrade and get something bigger. But that's what I got for now. So I've evenly spaced them out, 6 inches all the way down, and I'm gonna tack these in and put them on and see how it swings. Alright, so I went ahead and installed these hooks. That's what they look like. These are that kind of hooks. And I had 4 of them, 2 on each side of this front door panel. 3 and 4. And basically how these work is this piece here, it goes along with this piece. That piece is going to be attached to the other end of the rack itself. It hooks in here and basically locks in, and this is going to be screwed on to the other side of the rack itself. So once it goes in, it locks in like that. So I'm going to go ahead and install these right now. Okay, I've gone ahead and adjust and installed this clamp right here. Basically how it works is it snaps off and it holds it in. The beautiful thing about this is it screws in and out to adjust it. So if for some reason it's not sitting right, you can adjust it. Hook it on there like so, and voila, squeeze, it clamps, and now the door is secured. Now that's the first one, and I got 3 more to install. Okay, there you have it, all 4 installed. That's how it is. Latch nice and tight and secure. There's barely any space as it's secured right there. 2, that's number 2, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom, and then on the other side it's the same thing, top and bottom. And again, like I said, this thing is really secured. It's not going anywhere. Now it's time to do the back side. This door has the hinges on there, on the back of it. These have the hinges, so this one swing for the back side. So all I need to do is just put a latch on top, on bottom, and then this one is all set. Alright, so all the latches are now installed on there. Again, this is the front piece. Easy, they're adjustable. Easy to adjust them. Latch them if they're too loose. You tighten it a little bit till you get to the right spot. Lock it until it snaps in. So this is the front panel. Like I said, he has 2, 1 top, 1 bottom. And this is the back piece, and it also has the hinges, as you can see there. So the back panel don't need to come off all the way. It just has the hinges all the way down. And that's the inside. When it's done, close it up, latch it top and bottom. Same thing here, and your equipment is secured. All right, like I said, the wheels are on there. This is the full rack. So now obviously what I have left to do is pretty much customization, as far as the painting. Make sure I have all these screw holes covered with some wood putty, and paint it up. I think I'm gonna go all black with it. Thought about doing carpet, but carpet is a little bit more expensive, so I think I'm just gonna go with the black paint. And I didn't want to put too much into this project. I'm gonna sand down the corners, sand down the top to smooth it out, and that's the rack. Oh, I forgot. The other thing I need to put on there is, which I will be working on in the next video, are these handles. Probably the most important piece of them are the handles. Handles on both sides here. One here, one here, and I gotta cut out the wood to install this because these are recessed. So I gotta cut it out a little bit to fit this in there perfectly. And the beautiful thing about these is that they're spring loaded, so, and they're heavy duty. You can lift a lot of weight with them. So that's the next video that I'll be working on to get these installed. So don't forget to like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and that way next video you'll be able to see it right away. You'll get notification when we get the next video. And thanks for watching. See you next video.